Well, hello there, guys. We're going to be doing a little bit more of Master of Command, the 7 Years of War. Of course, now the game has been fully released, and I'd love to jump into the Rise of Frederick campaign, see what we've got here. So we're going to show up as the Shadow of Mollwitz. As always, I would ask for you to please like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it.
Ich bin Friedrich, König in Preußen.
König in
Als
place.
ich die Thronfolge antrat, waren wir ein Kleinstaat.
Love the German.
Aber niemals gefürchtet. Meine erste Schlacht, Mollwitz, hätte ein Kunststück aus Disziplin und Strategie sein sollen. Stattdessen schickte man mich vom Schlachtfeld. Generalfeldmarschall Schwerin, meines Vaters vertrauenswürdigster General, gewann an jenem Tag ohne mich. Mollwitz war meine Schule. Die Kavallerie wurde inzwischen reformiert. Die Infanterie, die ohne mich kämpfte, verwandelte ich in eine Streitmacht, welche niemals ins Wanken gerät. Und diesmal stehe ich mit meinen Männern bis zum Ende.
Eure Majestät, ein Verband österreichischer Grenzer, 2, vielleicht 3 Bataillone, wurden bei der Überquerung der Neiße gesichtet. Scheinbar sind sie sich unserer Präsenz unbewusst.
Dann werden sie nicht mit einem Gefecht rechnen. Wir greifen an.
So we are on the Rise of Frederick campaign here. I'm guessing we have to do an offensive. Let's do just that. I'm going to try and get there on the edge of the actual river itself. It's very cold out here, very chilly as it were. We're hoping that the men will still come out on top. And we're not quite at the actual edge of the river there. Just going to kind of fast forward, make sure that they're running a little faster to get to that position, especially considering what we're facing. We don't want them to cross the bridge, essentially. And they are bearing down quickly. Look at that, man. They are bearing down very quickly. They don't want to be there last, but I think we'll make it there before them. Let's take a look here at the Austrians. We are, of course, playing the Prussians at the very beginning of their rise. I'm just going to try to cross the river there just to get them to the other side. It's a huge bonus. Try and fire on the sharpshooters. I'm not sure we'll be able to make it across the river. Get over here to the tree line. So actually, we're opening up on every single one of them just because they all present like pretty decent targets. Scheisse, those damn sharpshooters, guys. They are brutal. All right, we got to do something with the Hussars. We've got to do something, guys. We're going to have to charge the Grenadiers, or it looks like we're going to have to charge the enemy Hussars. Let's do it. Huzzah! Oh, they're going for the infantry. Okay. Right now, these Fusiliers, they're quite a good unit, but they're taking a hell of a beating. Just reload and fire quickly. Our Hagen Grenadiers are having to deal with a bunch of cavalry. I don't like this. Try to get our general up there, guys. We are playing the Rise of Frederick. I'm even tempted to send the general in, but we did actually force an enemy retreat. We need to focus our fire on the existing enemies. Let's hit those sharpshooters. Come on, boys. They've done so much damage to us. Looks like we've got some Fusiliers on the run. I love that. I want to get some shots on the Grenadiers here. Come on, boys. Reloading. They're about to fire. Glory to Bevern! That's what I like to see, baby. Again, this is Prussian infantry combat right here, my friends. It's not a cakewalk here. We're actually into some real shit right here. And there we go. The sharpshooters are still sticking around, man. That's crazy. We shot down a whole bunch of their sharpshooters, but they are still sticking around, guys. For those of you just joining us, we are playing the Rise of Frederick. Frederick the Great. And this battle has been a hell of a battle. Alright, they're getting ready to run. Their morale is breaking. They can't stand against the Prussian Fusiliers. But look at that, man. They're trying to reform over here on the left. The enemies on this particular campaign are a lot tougher, man. No other way to put it. All right, getting ready for another volley. Oh, yeah. There we go, guys. Oh, we just unlocked something. Win the first battle in the Rise of Frederick campaign. All right, my friends. So this campaign actually does have animations, things like that. I guess now we're on Road to Redemption. I love it, man. It's in German.
Scharmütze gegen die Grenzer war eine sorgfältige und präzise Angelegenheit. Nun jedoch erreicht uns eine große österreichische Streitmacht bei Chotositz in Böhmen. Und ich sitze einen guten Tagesmarsch von meinen Männern entfernt. Wir müssen die Nacht durchmarschieren, um die Armee zu retten. Dies wird meine wahre Herausforderung. Meine Chance, die Schande von Mollwitz reinzuwaschen.
Friedrich, die linke Flanke ist am Zusammenbrechen. Meine Kavallerie kann nicht länger standhalten. Solltet ihr zögern, so drohen wir die Schlacht zu verlieren.
Mollwitz war mit der Armee meines Vaters. In Chotositz wird es meine sein. Eilschritt! Wir müssen zuschlagen, bevor die Österreicher unsere Linie durchbrechen.
I like it. I like Frederick's approach, guys. What do you think? We've got to continue the defense. All right. Massive army. Absolutely massive. I think we're staying put. We're not going to move. One exception. We'll do this. And we'll do this. We're pushing forward the Musketeers of La Motte, just because it's sort of a specialty unit to sort of defend the cavalry, or I should say the artillery. Having them focus on the sharpshooters. Gonna try to kind of wear them down before they get here. And the rest of my men I'm keeping behind here. Just kind of trying to make them fight this group first. In fact, I'm going to take the general, Rubkin, and kind of put him right here. Because there are marshlands here. It's going to make it a lot harder for us to get a decent shot. Alright, let's actually get some hussars in here. Do a nice little cavalry charge. Charge after a volley there. I think it's the right approach. Oh, those sharpshooters took a nasty hit. All right. Man, battle number 2 is a lot tougher. All right, here we go. Open fire on these Fusiliers. Also, the guys on top of the hill, I want them opening fire on the Hungarian Fusiliers. And we know how good these Fusiliers are because we used them before in our Austrian army. Like, they're fantastic. Fantastic units, man. You know what? Actually, I want to send the cavalry here to the north. Oh man, we've got the cuirassiers attacking on our left flank. Man, I really want to face them. Alright, it actually looks like we managed to get the Fusiliers to run. I'm about to charge these cuirassiers, guys. I don't give a shit. They might know what cavalry combat's all about, but fuck them. Let's go! Dragoons! Firing on the way, I love it. We shall die going down, my friends. We are Prussians after all. Sehr gut. We got them running, guys. We got the Fusiliers running too. Could this be the beginning of something beautiful? I sure hope so. Look at that, guys. We've got them all running. All right, there we go. Dragoons attacking. And these Austrians did manage to make some of our men retreat. The question is, can we hold on? As the glorious Prussians, Frederick the Great and such. And look at that. Some of their men are returning. We can see the battlefield is an absolute mess. There has been so much bloodshed. Maybe you mentioned this, but does terrain have any effect? It does, Winkabach, but I think they're working on it. Like, for instance, a lot of people have complained about the river tiles. But you absolutely take damage on those river tiles if you decide to take them. Alright, we've still got some Cuirassiers. Let's send them in, boys. And let's send them in against the Hungarians here. We've already lost enough men in our other armies. Rochov. Cuirassiers. Let's let them get one more volley. Come on, fire, fire, fire. They've got their volley ready. We can see that with the gray line on bottom. And actually, as you can see, we actually lost some men just in that volley. Charge. I think the Rochov Cuirassiers are ready for another attack. Let's do it. As well as the Hussars here from Grudny. Two very heavy offensive attacks against the enemy here, guys. So we actually had one group retreat. They still have an artillery unit, so they're not finished at all. Look at that, guys. Those Fusiliers are still fighting. And this goes to what you were saying about the positioning. As you can see, because we're on a river tile, we are not actually able to knock out these Fusiliers. They're getting the better of us, essentially. I'm going to send them against the artillery. Send these guys on our right flank over towards the enemy. A lot of dead and dying on the field. I hope we get some medics out here soon. Fire at will. And there we go. It looks like the cavalry is going to do a decent job here. Even if they run, that's okay. We'll keep the firing going. That is what I'm talking about, my friends. All right, well, we are at part 2. Hey, if you haven't already, sub to the channel. It does help us. All right. get to part 3.
Bei Mollwitz rannte ich. Protositz marschierte ich durch die Nacht und triumphierte. Schlesien soll mein sein. Errungen, nicht ererbt.
Ein glorreicher Sieg, Eure Majestät. Die Österreicher werden keine andere Wahl haben, als sich an den Verhandlungstisch zu setzen.
Frieden ist nur gekaufte Zeit. Die Kaiserin wird den Verlust von Schlesien nicht so leicht vergessen. Und ich bin noch nicht fertig. Die Österreicher sind zurückgekehrt. Sie wägen uns kampflos und schwach, aber wir verfolgen jeden ihrer Schritte.
Wie ihr befohlen hattet, Eure Majestät, bedrängen von Zietens Husaren ihre Reihen und halten uns auf dem Laufenden. Unsere Agenten haben ihr Lager infiltriert und füttern den Feind mit gezielten Fehlinformationen.
Es ist Zeit. Der Feind muss glauben, dass wir noch immer hier warten. Wir marschieren heute Nacht. Kein Gerede, kein Rauchen, nicht einmal einen Mucks. Wenn die Sonne sich hebt, werden wir in der Schlachtreihe stehen, während die Österreicher noch ihren Kaffee trinken.
Love the actual build-up to the battles. That's pretty cool, I gotta say. That's pretty cool. All right. Massive battle against the French. I want the artillery up there on top of the hill. Gonna move our guys into position here. I'm not gonna rush it. I know these are professional soldiers we're facing. I would, however, love to have some guys there in the tree line. Oh, commanding units there in the tree line as well. The enemy has a hell of a force coming at us, guys. Look at this. I'm trying to do a sort of a Napoleonic move. I want to put all that artillery in one area and just sort of concentrate fire. Yeah, I can't wait for the mods for this game. I really can't. Right, let's get the Cuirassier to damage the enemy a bit. These are Grenadiers. They're very good in close combat, so I really don't want them to get to the, within range of our men, let's say. Try to actually get the artillery to fire that central unit. Again, we're facing a much larger army as the Prussians. We want to come out on top nonetheless. I might just leave those units right there just because of their position in the forest. Dude, this is the largest battle we've done, guys. The largest battle we've done. It's just massive. It's just, we have so many different portions of the battle we have to sort of finish. Alright, I want to try to win on the right flank here. Shit, the dragoons. Let's do it. Charge! And again, these are grenadiers, man. They're used to close combat, but we're doing it anyway. Alright, let's break these Fusiliers. We've still got the Grune Hussars. They're going to charge. The enemy just got a volley. Perfect timing. Again, the battles get tougher and tougher here in the Frederick the Great campaign. They really do. Alright, there we go. One group of enemy retreating. Not sure that's going to continue because the actual positioning of each army in this battle is really quite good for both. We do have the tree line, though. Alright, sending in our reserves, guys. I'm going to hit those sharpshooters. And actually, I'll turn our artillery directly on the enemy. Let's head to the left flank here, see if we can help our boys. As always, I would ask those of you watching, like, comment, subscribe. It helps us out. All right, we've actually got the Grenadiers running over there, guys. That's crazy. Some of our cuirassiers, the Kiao Brigade, have decided to return to the battlefield. Overall, though, it's rough out here. It's our chance to get some free shots, but look at that. They're attacking us with chasseurs. Never mind. So I'm going to focus our fire on the enemy. Look at that, man. Enemy cavalry. Chevalier, rather. Right, we actually got them to break. Not bad. Got plenty of enemies, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We might have the sharpshooters on the run, man. If we could just get another volley with the dragoons. Come on. Attirez-vous. Dude, how did those sharpshooters have such high morale? That's crazy. Two massive shatters, guys. Not bad. Not bad. Still, there's so many enemies we have to face in this Rise of Frederick campaign. Holding that position, and look at that. We've got another group of dragoons charging onto us. Hold on, boys. Right away, they retreated, man. The devastating Prussian firepower is what got them. Trying to get into the woods. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Enemy is retreating. We'll keep pushing it. We were not expecting a victory, but look at that, guys. A lot of the enemy is on the run. I love it. Actually, we're going to go in the offensive. I love the Austrian Fusiliers in my own campaign. They are an extremely high morale unit. As you can see, they haven't lost many men. They can take a shot. I've never said that about a unit before, but they can take a shot. Like, we have broken them. Beautiful, but again, they're definitely not easy to deal with. Alright. As always, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Quite a ways through our Frederick the Great campaign. We're doing a good job. We're about to beat, I think, mission 3. Enemy is already on the run. What a large battle, though. So you should always like the video because the aftermath of what you've seen sometimes is not everything. This was a massive fight. I thought we were going to lose it for sure, but we actually managed to win it. From what I can tell, things can still change, but we actually managed to come out on top in the Frederick the Great campaign. Yep, some of these units are still reforming. Still got that uphill advantage. I really love as well that they went ahead and did German language for the game. So the Frederick the Great campaign is entirely in German with English subtitles for those of you just joining. I think that's so cool, man. I really love it. So if we win this battle, and we just did, hell yeah, man. We're going to be, I believe, in the last part of the Frederick the Great campaign. Yeah, the fight for survival.
Gott half mir vorzüglich bei Hohenfriedberg. Ich erhoffte mir, dass die Österreicher den Frieden suchen würden, wie sie es vor 3 Jahren bei Rotositz taten. Jedoch bleibt ihr Schweigen laut.
Eure Majestät, Eure Majestät, österreichische Truppen besetzen die umliegenden Hügel. Sie versuchen uns einzukreisen.
Weckt die Männer. Bereitet euch für ein sofortiges Gefecht vor. Wir müssen ihre Linie durchbrechen, bevor die Falle zuschnappt.
Feuer!
All right, well, here we go. The final fight, I believe, guys. And I'm not moving at all. I will move my artillery. All right, maybe we'll make a little insertion brigade here. Just defeat the enemy there and pretty much hold as long as we can with the remainder of the forces and allow them to fall into our other forces. That I wouldn't advance, but I see so many good decisions for defense. Let's do it. We'll also send some cuirassiers over here too. You might not be able to get the best positioning, but you know what? We're going to charge right into the enemy. In fact, I might send the cuirassiers to hit them just so we can get on the hill. I think it's that important for us to get that uphill charge, or that uphill positioning, I should say. So let's see what the cuirassiers, the Rochov group. Get close enough to make the charge worthwhile. Also, we want to get a downhill charge. So I'm still waiting. Oh, they waited too, these bastards. They waited, boys. We could go for some downhill charges with the infantry, but there are just so many of the enemy here. Want to hit them before they get to town. Yeah, man, this is really the final fight. It sort of reminds me of the final fight in Firefox. It's really brutal here. I can see they're just attacking us on all ends. So I'm trying to go for like that sort of glorious charge that's going to help us, but I'm not sure that glorious charge exists in this situation. So actually, our main general is over here with the artillery. I'm going to send him into the middle. But I believe we also have another cuirassier unit. I really want to confuse the enemy as they're in town. They've got great defensive potential, but look at that. We just got them to retreat. You know, despite the fact they had a really good defensive position, we had them surrounded, we're firing, and that's why I want to bring in the cuirassiers. And look at that, man. That uphill advantage has helped us. Charge downhill against the enemy's grenadiers. As always, the Group Max on his channel appreciates your likes and comments. It really does. Guys, it's not easy being out here doing history games and war games. Help us out. Hit that like. Consider becoming a member. Help us out. Sending in the cuirassiers and the dragoons. Enemy sharpshooters are on the run, and one would think that's kind of not a big deal, but seeing what these sharpshooters have done in the past, we know it is a big deal. Close. We just gotta break. We just gotta break. Can we hold, boys and girls? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Enemy is charging, man. Yep, they've got the manpower on us big time. It's close, but no cigar, guys. We put up a good fight, guys, but that's it. Unfortunately, it's very unfortunate, but a really nice fight. So again, you yourself could play the Rise of Frederick campaign. See how far you get as Frederick the Great, who managed to unify Germany. It's not an easy campaign. We got to the very end, part 5 out of 5. And this is where we fall. There we go, my friends. It is the end of our Friedrich campaign. Again, we are at the very end, so for those of you just getting here, let's actually... Oh, there's an outro. That's cool.
Mein Reich ruht sicher. Mein Heer bewies sich immer und immer wieder
Oh,
auf
shit.
der Schlacht.
You got a victory either way.
Eure Majestät, sagen können. Die Kaiserin wird nach neuen Verbündeten suchen.
Dann müssen wir uns vorbereiten. Dieser Krieg mag vorbei sein. Jedoch soll der nächste nicht um die Verteidigung von Schlesien gefochten werden, sondern um Preußen selbst.
Glorious. I will show, like, for those of you just arriving that have just jumped into the stream, another one, number one, you should become members. Hit that member button. It's important to us. But I'll let you guys see the outro, or really the intro to chapter 4 of this campaign. We made it all the way through, so I'll let you guys see the intro. I think they did a really good job on the voice acting here and on the general storyline. I'm so happy to see non-English voice acting, a German guy with English subs. I'm so happy to see that. I really am. So we'll give it one last look for that. But again, do what you can for the channel, guys. I really need your help. Share the channel, do what you can.
Gott half mir vorzüglich bei Hohenfriedberg. Ich erhoffte mir, dass die Österreicher den Frieden suchen würden, wie sie es vor 3 Jahren bei Chotositz taten. Jedoch bleibt ihr Schweigen laut.
Eure Majestät, Eure Majestät! Österreichische Truppen besetzen die umliegenden Hügel. Sie versuchen uns einzukreisen.
Weckt die Männer. Bereitet euch für ein sofortiges Gefecht vor. Wir müssen ihre Linie durchbrechen, bevor die Falle zuschnappt.
Feuer!
Again, such a perfect outro. For those of you just arriving, please do take a look at our campaign, our mini campaign here, as the Rise of Frederick. And again, anybody can play it as long as you get the game. You could do the Rise of Frederick, or you could do one of the many solo campaigns, whatever fits your fancy. Again, those of you that enjoy the channel, please like, comment, subscribe, can potentially become members to the channel. It really helps us, guys. And thank you so much for stopping by. We had some really great battles here, so we'll see where it goes. Thank you again.